Welcome back to the Mulberry Book Drop. Happy New Year, Bethany.
Happy New Year, Sarah.
I can't believe we're in 2024. So crazy. So crazy. Are you excited for this year?
I am.
Good.
I am. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a good year.
Same. Agreed. Okay, well, let's hop into it. Tell me something good.
Well, as of the time this drops, I will have picked my oldest child up from college for the holiday and have spent a few weeks with him. So I'm really, really excited.
Aww.
And that is most likely my something good. So
I feel like I need to hug you.
I know. I'm like, I wish I could say the trip went really well. I won't know until after, but I'm sure it was just everything and amazing. And we have a couple things planned out that we're going to do while he's home. So that's my something good.
Okay.
We're all excited.
Well, by the time this has aired, I will have had a birthday. And thank you. My New Girl, my friends that watch New Girl will get this joke. And I'm totally about to say my age. It's fine. But I'm going to be 29. So if you've ever watched New Girl, you've seen Schmidt's episode in season 1 where it's his birthday and he's 29. And then they're like, yeah, never do that again.
It is a great show.
It's
good. So funny.
I know. It's so funny. Okay, so speaking of something funny, has anything funny happened recently?
Yes. Okay. So we had a couple gift cards that were sort of like burning holes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they were all for the same store. And so I told my kids, I was like, well, let's just go to the store and we'll see what we can find. And everybody just kind of was wandering in circles and nobody could really find anything they wanted. And so then we ended up in the game section. And, my family loves games.
Right.
So we're looking at the board games and they had like a sale going on. And so I was like, well, how about this? We pool the gift cards and we can do the buy two, get one free. And then we'll have games that we can all just kind of share and have fun with. And they were like, okay. So we took our time, picked out 3 games that just looked kind of goofy that we could enjoy, just us or if we have company. And we brought them home. And that night we tested them out. Mm-hmm. And my father was visiting. And so as we are learning these games, we're like, okay, this was fun. Yep, let's try the next one. Well, we get to the 3rd one. And it's this game called Happy Salmon. And everybody gets a deck of cards. And when you look at the cards, you have to get rid of your deck first. And it tells you in the directions to make sure you're standing up. And we're like, oh no. So we stand up. And as you're going through the cards, they all have instructions. So you have to either do a fish bump. So it's like a fist bump. You have to do a high five. There's another one that's the Happy Salmon, which is when you're hitting your hand on the other person's wrist. But then there's another card where you have to switch it up. So you have to switch spots. And that's why you have to stand. It was chaos. We were laughing so hard. So then, of course, we had to take a video of us playing another round. And then I shared the video with a few people. So now my best friend in New York is like, what game is this and where can I get it? Yeah. So then she sends me a video of her family playing it.
Oh, that's so funny.
So then they decided to bring it for a family holiday. Mm-hmm. So they took it to her sister's house where there was 20 people. And so a group of them decided they were going to play the game. And I got a text message from her. And she was like, so we taught some people how to play Happy Salmon. Almost broke my sister's grandfather clock.
So it was played right.
I am telling you, this game, if you guys have ever played it, it has the activity level and the excitement of spoons, but on steroids.
I love spoons.
So you will have to play Happy Salmon with us. This game is amazing. But when we got that text from her, I put my phone out and showed my family and we all just burst out laughing. We're like, they almost broke the grandfather clock.
I'm telling you, that's how you know you're playing the game right, though.
It's really fun. It's the most ridiculous game. It's so easy, but so fun.
Oh my goodness.
So Happy Salmon.
Happy Salmon.
Yeah. So
I need to get it.
What's your funny?
So one of our wonderful, lovely coworkers has made it her mission in life to scare me. And she is once a week. And now, yesterday, it was twice. Yesterday, in one day, it was twice. So it just depends. And typically, we work in a quietish place. So it's literally just consists of her hiding and then just popping out.
It's not me, by the way, but I have seen it happen, and it's amazing.
It's not amazing. So yesterday I was using the restroom, and when I walked out, one of our other coworkers was standing there, and I was like, oh, okay, being a little sketchy, and I was like, okay, something's up. I literally walk one step, and she goes, ha! And she was like right there. And like, I'm not a, like my hands don't fly. I don't scream. I'm like why? Why? Like I don't, or I gasp, or I'm like a, but I'm not really a screamer.
Yeah.
But I did. So she popped out at me and I was literally like, why? So yeah. So, you never know. If you're in the library, you might witness it. I promise we do work. But, yeah. So she just,
If you ever see her sitting on the floor behind the circulation desk, now you know why. Because that was a good one.
she's waiting for me to walk around. And then she did. She really scared me. And I'm like, okay, fine. It's okay. I'll be all right.
She scares you because she loves you.
Yes. Well, and it's like, it doesn't bother me, but it does, but she does get me every time. Every time. And I'm like, bro, it's because I'm in my own mind and I'm just thinking and like, thinking about work. Okay. So before we move on to the next part of the podcast, I have 2 questions for you. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay. So, we're in the new year, new me. Just kidding. But my question for you for 2023 is, did you meet any of your goals for reading or anything else that you set out for yourself?
I did.
Yeah?
I did.
Okay.
I definitely met my reading goal because as of this recording, I think I'm like, you're going to be so mad at me. I think I'm like 80 books ahead of my goal. But
Okay.
again, in my defense, guys, I just want to say I do read all of my book club books and I do host multiple book clubs. So like if you think about that once a month, I mean, that right there is 24 books plus any groups that I like help out with. So like film.
Yeah.
So like there are more than several that are like work related. So just to put that out there. But I have done a lot of personal reading too. So I've crushed my reading goal, which always makes me happy. And I've read a lot of really good books this year, which is even better. So, but I think the one I'm most proud of is actually like professionally, one of my goals was I wanted to be better about my calendar and my to-do list. And so like last year we had asked our director if we could each get like one of those nicer calendars where we could, flip it open, write all our stuff, keep track of it. Yeah, like a really nice planner. And I did much better this year than I did the previous year with just keeping up with all of my stuff and making sure that things were done. So I was really proud of myself.
Yeah.
So I really, that was kind of a big thing for me because I'm one of those people where it's like, I'll have like Post-it notes just stuck wherever, but like, we don't have a specific office. And like, sometimes we're working from the desk and sometimes we're in the back and sometimes we're in the teen room. And so it's like, I can't just write a Post-it note when I think about it and stick it somewhere.
Right.
Because then I lose it.
Yeah.
And so it was really a big deal to kind of try and keep everything in one spot.
Yeah.
So,
something I think you crushed this year. I feel like you tried a lot of new things this year. Like not necessarily like in work, but like outside of work. I feel like you've tried a lot of things.
Maybe.
Or picked up some new things.
Yeah.
Or maybe some things that you used to love to do, but now you like brought it back.
Yeah. Well, and I think some of it was just available to me.
Yeah.
So kind of like all that stuff we've been doing at the park. Like we've really been enjoying the park and it's grown so much and it's right there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, that's been fun to watch.
Well, thank you.
My second question for you is for 2024, do you have any New Year's resolutions or goals? Because I don't think either one of us are big, like, resolution people.
I think my goal, like, personally, my goal would be, first of all, like, the working out, because it's always so hard to, like, squeeze stuff like that in. And sometimes I'm like really, really good about it. And then I can fall off of it for like months. And then it's like you're starting over. And I don't want to go backward again. So I want to keep moving forward with like what I'm already doing. So I definitely want to keep that up. So that would be my personal, but like professionally, I think it would go back to that planner again. I just want to keep improving my calendar because now we have kids at 3 different schools. We're in 2 different states and like they still have so it's almost like my next step, I think, is merging my personal and my professional. So it's like, even though we did get our planners again this year and I was so excited to get it started and I want it to be work related, but I am making a spot in it just for like those little extra notes so that at least I have a spot where I can be like, oh wait, don't forget you have a dentist appointment. How are you getting yourself there?
Right.
Because, sometimes when you're at work, like I can't control those things.
Right.
So that's my next step is the merging.
Yeah.
So it's a process. You can't do it all at once sometimes. But what about you, though? What was your last year and this year? Anything?
So I'm actually going to hop back to 2022 real quick.
Oh,
I
no.
know, so 2 years ago. Oh,
It's like a
that's so
time warp.
weird. 2 years ago. But I only read like 20 something books. I mean, meanwhile, I've been like in school, with school, doing something with school for the past couple of years.
It was so
So,
long ago, but I remember that.
right. But so I only read like 20 something books. So I figured that in 2023, I would only make my reading goal about 25 books. Bethany, I surpassed my reading goal. And not only did I surpass it, I blew it out of the water. This is the most books I've ever read in 1 year.
Wait, so what's your number?
So first I had to up it because I was like, well, I'm past 25. So then I upped it to like 30 and then like 35. And then I upped it to 50. And then I passed 50, but I kept it at 50 because I said, well, now it just looks good. I read 80 books this year.
Sarah, that's huge.
I think the next one that I was closest to, I think was like 2020 or 2021. I think I read like 65 books.
Okay.
So, but I do because people ask me all the time, how many books like have you read? And then you say the number, and if they don't work in a library or if they're not around books,
Sure.
they look at you like you're crazy.
Right.
And then they're like, oh my gosh, like how? And so I try to explain to them that I book clubs, film clubs, like, and then I just started a book club at my church. So like those are like 12 books per month. If that's just once a month. And so like that already is 36 books. And so when you put it into that, like that kind of way, they're still like, yeah, but it's still a lot. And you're like, it is.
It is.
But also you just love reading.
How exciting.
And it does not feel like it was that many books, to be honest.
You know what's funny is the difference in our personalities, because you upped your goal, like because you passed it, you upped it. Whereas when I pass mine, I like seeing it say 100% to your goal. And then all of a sudden it's like 180% to your goal. And I'm like, yeah, I'm crushing it.
Well, and that's what mine does now, because I was like, when I hit 50, I was like, oh, let me stop there and let me just enjoy it being way over. But I was like, well, I didn't want it to be like, still say like 25 and I've read 80. And they're like, okay, like make a realistic goal kind of thing. Because I did not expect to read that much. So that was super cool.
Yeah, the 1 year when mine ended up saying 200% to your goal, and it was like
what the best feeling.
It was the best feeling,
right?
I was like, I can do some things.
So I wanted to also travel more last year, and I feel like I did that. I feel like I did that like pretty well. You know, did. I went to a couple new places, so that was cool. So for 2024. I want to travel even more, and I already have 2 vacations booked. So don't miss me too much. So, and it's places I've never been. So the furthest like state away that I've been, I'm really bad with geography, but like Texas.
Okay.
And then I've been to Baltimore, Maryland once.
Okay.
So like I'll actually be going to California next year. So I'm really excited for that. So, and then I'll be going to like Puerto Rico and traveling on cruises. And so I'm just really excited. So excited. It's going to be so much fun. I don't know what I'm going to make my reading goal this year though.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I might keep mine the same. The last year, 2023 and 2022, I think I just kept it at 100. I just was like, you know what? Even 100, because if life gets chaotic, I think I can still hit that no matter what. And so I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah, I think I might keep mine at 50 because I feel like that's more realistic for me. And I don't know, maybe I read a lot of new stuff this year too. So maybe that helped. Well, new to me.
Sure.
So I explained to Bethany that I get so excited when I see that an author that I like is coming off the new book, but I'm always like late to the game. Like I'll be like, oh, I'm so pumped. And I'll be like, and I'll even put it on hold. It'll come in for me and I'll just send it right back because I'm like, I don't have time to read it right now. So I'm like, I know about it, but then I don't actually read it till like a year later. So I'm always behind, but it's fine. Okay. So before we get to the main reason while we're here today, I thought it would be cool if Bethany could talk about the adult reading challenge.
Oh, I would love to. Okay. Yeah. So 2023, our adult reading challenge was a travel the world challenge. And And so what we were asking people to do was read 12 books that take place in 12 different countries. And we were asking them to all be outside of the US, so like 12 countries away. And we were tracking their miles. And so when they finished, they would bring it in and we would figure out how far they traveled and we would give them their little prize bag. It was really fun. Like people were so excited when they came in with their things to say that they finished it. And I mean, people traveled everywhere. We
Yeah,
had
they did.
people reading books that were in like Japan and Cyprus. We had, everywhere from Canada and England to Antarctica. I mean, we were all over the place. It was so fun to see what people read. But as of this recording, we had 12 adults hand them in, and I have 2 more that are so close to finishing that I think we will have them. So I think we will probably hit 14, which that doesn't seem like a huge number, but if you really think about it, each of these people read 12 books and 12 different, so they had to be very conscious of like what they were selecting. And,
Right.
A couple of these people handed it in back in like February.
That's so wild.
It is. And then after a couple, it was sort of like we were getting like 1, maybe 2 a month. I think November, we got a couple. November, we had 2 or 3 people, because again, some of us are retired and get to read all day long. Some of us are still working and trying to figure it out. But I was so proud of them. And also, as of this recording, the miles so far was 826,981.
Wow.
So I'm really curious what it will ultimately end up being. So if you're listening to this right now, you might be able to jump on our Facebook page and see if we have a post of the finished mileage, because we were going to try and put something up at the end of December. So yeah, I was really proud of everybody. It was a fun challenge.
I had so much fun with it because I did it, and that was the first adult challenge that I had participated in, and it was a good time.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like how many books I just normally read that counted for it without me even trying was cool.
Yes.
So.
Well, and there were so many people that when they would turn it in, they were like, thank you, because I never would have picked up some of these books. And so everybody was really kind of getting outside of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
A couple people found new authors that they liked because of it. And so it ended up just being really eye-opening for a lot of people. So that made it even extra fun. So,
I enjoyed it. What about 2024?
Okay, we do have, so everybody, this is, I'm trying to think, we did bingo and then we did, so this is technically our 3rd official annual reading challenge.
Cool.
So we decided that for 2024, we are going to read through the decades.
Oh,
which I love. So the form that you can come into the library to pick up, set up very similar to last year's, because what we are asking again is that people read 12 books. We think that's incredibly fair. 12 books, 12 months. You can read 1 book a month. But starting in the 1900s, you have to read a book that was either takes place during that time period or was published during that decade. So we are allowing it if it's published. And then you would like put the author and the title in your little square. And once you finish all 12, you can hand it in and be entered in a grand prize drawing.
Ooh.
So the prize this year is really exciting, and I can't tell you what it is, but we have partnered with somebody.
Ooh.
And so when I say grand prize, it really is a grand prize.
That's exciting.
So it will be revealed who the winner is at the end of the year. Yes. So I'm so excited for this one.
That is exciting.
Yeah. My one book club did ask if they could follow the challenge again, because we did discuss it quietly in November, just like a, hey, if you guys are interested. So the chapter chats group, if you are looking for ideas of things to read, you can certainly kind of keep an eye on some of the titles that we are reading together. You're welcome to join the group if you want to, but that will also help you maybe figure out something that took place in the 1930s or the 1980s, So I'm excited though. Decades are fun.
Yeah, that is exciting. I don't know if I'm like equally as excited as I was for last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I'm already like in my head while you were talking, I was like, oh, I could read this.
Yeah.
I don't know what decade it's in, but it's in a decade. So,
I do. I'm excited.
All right. So So now what we're finally here for this episode, I thought it would be fun if we asked people who work around the city what their favorite book and movies are. So get your pens ready because you're going to want to write it down unless you're driving. Don't do that. That's not safe. So just listen to the episode twice, you know? But I thought this would be really cool to give everyone new ideas of some books. Maybe some of the books are older and something that you can enjoy. So we're just going to dive right in. So with our City Hall crew, one of the people said that their favorite book is Humble Inquiry by Edgar H. I don't even know how to say his last name. Schein? Sure. And
It'll be in the show notes.
right. And favorite movie is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
That's so specific. Part
It
2.
is. Oh, no.
It
But
is a good
I
one.
totally get it because that one I think is my favorite too.
Yeah.
So, and like Part 2. Has to be
Yeah.
Part 2. Not Part 1, Part 2. So I totally get it. So you want to jump into the next one?
Sure. This person also you can find throughout the city, but their favorite book is actually an Anne Rice book, which remember I did the interview with the vampire?
Yeah.
So I was actually excited when I saw this, but it's The Vampire Vittorio by Anne Rice. So, and then I was also equally excited about their movie, but it's a Jet Li movie. It's called Fearless. So the Jet Li's movies are usually really fun.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So our next department, it comes from the Cultural Center, and their favorite movie or favorite book is called The Year of Magical Thinking by Joan
Didion.
Thank you. Bethany helps me with names. I appreciate it.
It was a really good book.
And the favorite movie is You've Got Mail. So, and their response was 2 real different vibes for those selections now that she thinks about it. And I think that's fun. So,
Yeah, but knowing like the other things that she likes to read and stuff, like she's kind of like me. Her vibe's all over the place. So
yeah,
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
You guys read a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, she's
you gotta
great.
get a little of this, a little of that.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. Our next person is also with our cultural department. She did not put a book, but she did put a movie, and she loves, it's a film from 2009. It's called Bride Wars. It's that one with Anne Hathaway and Kate Hudson.
Oh, it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Like, first off, both Anne Hathaway and Kate Hudson, gems.
Yeah.
All around gems. All right. So the next department, which I know this is going to come as a surprise, is the library. So one of our coworkers' favorite book is All of the Ugly and Wonderful Things by, I don't know if that's Byron or Brian Greenwood. I don't know. I'm not sure. But it'll be in the show notes. So, and then favorite movie is That Thing You Do. I've never heard of that.
Oh, it's good.
Is it?
Yes. Yeah, I've seen it.
I have to watch it.
Yeah. I think you would like it.
Yeah?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if we're in the library, real quick, I'm going to just jump in with mine because you guys can never hear me talk about books enough. I actually, when you first asked this question, when you sent the email to everybody, I got stuck on 2 debut novels because I think reading those this year, it kind of is what gave me my obsession for debut novels.
Yeah.
So the first one was Jobs for Girls with Artistic Flair by June Gervais. And the other one was Black Cake by Charmaine Wilkerson, which I had read for the travel challenge.
Oh,
because that one took me to like Jamaica, because that's where Black Cake comes from. And when I read it, I remember I found myself like Googling recipes and stuff like that. It was really good. But both of those books I had rated 5 stars. And I loved it. Love them for very different reasons, but I loved them.
Y'all, if Bethany gives a book 5 stars, listen.
So much pressure.
Right?
And then I really had to think hard for my favorite movie.
Yeah.
And so I decided to go back to my first Footloose. I love Footloose. It was kind of the catalyst for my like adoration of Kevin Bacon. And also I have an undying love for musicals, and I know a lot of people, it's like, Dirty Dancing. I don't always see Dirty Dancing as like a musical. It had good music in it, but I don't see it as a musical. Whereas like Footloose is a musical.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
It's funny. Bethany and I were talking about this because, there are 2 Footloose. There's been a remake. And I love that one. I love the Kevin Bacon one too.
Yeah.
But I think the other one, it just hits a little differently.
I did watch
for
the
me.
new one, and I'm fine with it. And I like Julianne. Like I'm not mad.
I think
but
she's why I love the movie, because
yeah.
she was in it.
But I'm all about the original. Kind of like they did do the second Dirty Dancing. Remember they did Havana Nights?
I
Do you
never
remember?
saw that. No.
Yeah. And I remember I watched it because I just felt like, oh, I'll give it a chance.
Yeah.
And like Patrick Swayze made a cameo in it, and it was fine, but like it's not the original. It's not.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So next we're going to go into mine. I know that's crazy to think that we would put ours in here, but here we are. Just kidding. I know that you probably struggled with this too, because I was like, I had to pick just one book.
Yeah.
And
So I cheated and picked two.
She cheated. It's fine. But, and I know I've talked about this on the podcast, I think. Or maybe not. I don't know. But Bridge to Haven by Francine Rivers.
Oh.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite book. I always go back to it. And people are like, what's your favorite? And I just go back.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, really struggled with my favorite movie, because I have a current favorite, but then I have an all-time favorite. And really I have like 10 favorites, but I wasn't gonna, put that on a list, because then people might think I'm crazy.
Yeah.
So my current favorite, I did pick 2 movies, so I cheated in that way. My current favorite is Top Gun Maverick. Shocker. I know.
I still haven't seen it.
No.
Yeah.
I've seen this movie, I don't even know, probably in the 20s. It's only been out for like a year, maybe 2. I don't know, but I've seen it so many times. It's fine. And then my all-time favorite movie is A Walk to Remember. I love that movie.
I'm pretty sure you told me that was your favorite movie when I first started at the library.
What, A Walk to Remember?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's been consistent.
Yeah.
And I watched it a couple months ago. I don't watch it all the time. I actually haven't watched it as much as I watched Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
I just really like Top Gun Maverick. It's a real good comfort movie,
Okay. I find it amusing that I picked 2 books, 1 movie, and you picked 1 book, 2 movies, but I feel like it's our podcast and we can make our own rules.
We do whatever we want.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. All right, let's travel back to City Hall.
Okay, so our next stop at City Hall, this is a good book. The Nightingale by Kristin Hanna.
Did
you read that one?
Nope.
No, it's historical fiction. I feel like you'd like it.
Yeah?
Yeah. And then, oh my gosh, this movie, Multiplicity.
I've never heard of it.
You do know who Michael Keaton is, right?
Yes.
It's a Michael Keaton movie.
Okay.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
He had some really good movies.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I think he's somebody you should look up and just kind of go through his filmography. It's good stuff.
I probably should.
You should.
All right, so the next one is If You Give a Mouse a Cookie.
Oh.
And when that was said to me, I was like, oh, that's so sweet.
That really is a good book, though.
It's such a good book.
That whole series.
Yeah, we read it for story time not that long ago. And then favorite movie, also You've Got Mail.
Guys.
So I've never seen that. Is that the one with Leonardo DiCaprio?
No.
Patrick Dempsey?
No.
Okay.
Keep guessing.
Nope.
Did you see Sleepless in Seattle?
Nope.
Oh, Sarah. Sarah, you have so much
Remember
trouble.
when I said it was my birthday and I turned 29?
It's a Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan movie.
Oh.
You've Got Mail?
You've Got Mail is too?
Yeah.
Well, that's awkward. I knew who was in Sleepless in Seattle.
Because that's why people went crazy, because like everybody loved Sleepless in Seattle, and then they were like in this movie together again.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Meg Ryan was also in Top Gun, the first one. Right?
Let's just move on.
Okay. Okay, so with all sorry.
As Sarah would say, I'm dead.
Okay. So the next person, we haven't been saying names, but I am going to say this next name because I call her mom. So my mom's favorite book is the Bible, so amen. And then her favorite movie is Sweet Home Alabama.
I do love that movie.
It's so good.
That's a comfort movie.
I honestly wanted to start singing the beat, but I also don't know if we could, so I didn't.
Yeah.
Just to be on the safe side, So.
Okay, so the next one is back at the library, and I'm just going to call her out. We straight up asked our director, and she could not make a decision. And then we were like, well, what about, like, if you had to pick a favorite author at least? And she was like, well, maybe a genre. And I said, your favorite genre is Law and Order. And she said, yes, say that. Go. She loves murder mysteries.
Yeah.
And then she loves Law and Order. I think that, like, sums her up.
Yeah.
So.
Agreed.
Yep. All right. And then I have one more for the library area. So she loves Dreamweaver by Sofia Simpson, who is actually a local author. That's cool. And then her favorite movie is Selena,
It's in my top 5 movies.
which I
Let's go.
finally just saw, and
Oh,
I loved
so good.
it.
So good.
Because remember we went and saw the Selena cover band?
Yes.
So the day that we went to go see the Selena cover band, someone brought over the Selena movie so that we could watch it beforehand.
So cool.
And it was wonderful.
I told the person that said this, I said, the only Spanish I know is from Selena. So
It's so good.
you know that's a movie that they made us watch in school like every year.
Really?
When I was growing up. Well, when I say that, okay, like 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. But
Yeah.
3 years. So yeah, it was when I was in a Spanish class that we watched it. Oh, and some of high school. So both my Spanish classes made us watch it, and then some of my English classes in middle school.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. I'll watch it. I'll bop.
Wow.
I can
Okay.
bop to the top. All right, so we have one more person back at City Hall whose favorite book is by T.D. Jakes, and it's called Woman, Thou Art Loosed. And then favorite movie is Tyler Perry's I Can Do Bad All By Myself. And as soon as she said it, I got so excited because I love that movie. So yeah, I was like, what a good time. So I know this part of the podcast was very short, but we're hoping that you heard some maybe movie titles you haven't seen, or some that maybe you forgot about that you used to love, and you're like, oh, gotta rewatch it now. I guess I highly recommend a Meg Ryan movie.
I do find it amusing. So, like, when you look at a list like this and you're like, it explains so much why people in the city, like, get along, even if they might not realize it. But then it also shows, like, how different we all are.
Oh, yeah, for
Because,
sure.
like, if you really were to break down the genres for all of these, like, books and stuff, or even the movies, like, total just left field. Just,
yeah, for sure. So, yeah, but or even, like, books that you haven't read or want to read, like, write them down, read them. You'll have a good time, and tell us if you do, because that'll be fun. So I have one last question for you, Bethany.
I can't even imagine what it could be.
What book are you reading right now?
So I just started it, and so I think I'm only like 30 pages in, so I can't tell you if I like it or not yet.
Gotcha.
But it's called The Rachel Incident, and it's by Carolyn O'Donoghue. It's intriguing. But again, I'm only 30 pages in, so we'll see where we go. It was kind of one of those books that was on my to-read list for so long that I can't remember where I originally heard about it from. And I was kind of caught up on my pile that I finally requested it and was like, well, I guess it's time. So we'll see where this one goes. Yeah. What are you reading?
I am actually reading Sisters Under the Rising Sun by Heather Morris.
Oh, you are starting it?
I am.
Okay.
I am. So I'm really excited. I haven't started it. I'm like literally like 2 pages in.
Okay.
So don't ask me any questions because I'm going into this one blind.
Yeah.
I just knew it was Heather Morris and I said, I'm in.
And we do know she is a fantastic author. We love her.
So good.
Historical fiction, guys. If you like historical fiction, Heather Morris.
Yeah. So if any of our friends out there want to tell us what their favorite book or favorite movie or both are, or if you want to cheat like Bethany and I and give us a list, we're not mad at that. You can reach us at themulberrylibrary@gmail.com or on Instagram or on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you. I'd love to add some new books and some new movies because clearly I don't know a lot, which is fine. So we'd love to hear it. So, and with that,
Happy reading, Mulberry.